All right. So yeah, we're waiting on this orders to come in, and I don't know, he's taking a minute, but some things that's how it is. But anyway, yeah, we on the wine show, and I just appreciate everybody listening. But I really wanted to talk about the things that go on that I've been noticing, you know, in the world. You know, I know right now some things that's been bothering me. It's like we got our president Biden. He is trying to escalate this war over there in Ukraine. And my opinion is I believe that he's just jealous of Trump. He's just being petty. But this is costing people their lives. Why would you, at the last minute when you're about to leave the White House, why would you give Ukraine permission to go ahead and fire long-range missiles into Russia? When you haven't been doing that, these people had these missiles. You was not approving that because you knew that would escalate the war. Then you approve some landmines that's been banned. And I was like, what's going on? What is the problem? Why would you do that? I mean, these things are already banned. Why would you sit up there and and you did that like that? I couldn't understand it. I couldn't put my finger on why would somebody do that when you know you leaving out the office. You're about to leave. You're not gonna be able to finish. But you see, Trump is making it to where these people about peace. Oh, it looked like he really could end the war like he said he would in 24 hours as soon as he get up in there. You what? All these people are glad that Trump is in the office and they mad that I'm in the office and they happy for Trump and they cheering and it really look like he's gonna achieve what he said he's gonna achieve. So guess what? Oh, you ain't gonna do. Oh, I'm gonna make it hard for you. How about I escalate the war? How about I make it to where uh everybody gonna be everybody just we're gonna get some people killed. We're gonna escalate this war. Why would you do that? This is people's lives here. You let your ego cross over into life and death situations. Because that's what it is for them people over there in Ukraine, man. It's a life and death situation. And I just think it's wrong that you would do that. That's all I gotta say. I also saw something that was interesting. I saw KeKe Palmer. KeKe Palmer she has got to be one of the most talented individuals in the world. I'm not just talking about the United States. Notice I said in the world. I was looking at KeKe Palmer, right? And KeKe Palmer, she was on, I don't know what talk show this was. I just saw a clip. She was on a talk show and she did an impression of Nicki Minaj giving her some good advice. It was a really, really good impression. And then I think about the other impressions that she does. When she do Angela Bassett. She does a lot of different people. Then I think about the acting. Now, mind you, I've been seeing KeKe Palmer since she was a very little girl on a I first saw on the Spelling Bee movie. Um, what is it called? Achille and the Bee or something like that. She was phenomenal in that movie. And man, I've just been following her. And, sometimes when I'm working out or I'm doing different things, I remember one time I was doing some work around my house, doing some construction around my house. And guess what I was listening to? This is KeKe. She got a podcast. I listened to her podcast, you know, and I follow on social media. I see her through social media sometimes. And I just did not realize how much I adore Kiki. I just always been listening and watching her for this long. You know what I mean? She's very talented. So, you know, it was just funny to me because Nicki Minaj, she she actually she actually responded to what Kiki had to say when it came to her impression, and I thought it was marvelous. I thought it was excellent what she did. It was really really cool, and I just liked it. So I want you to hear that. But yeah, yeah, you could tell Nicki Minaj. She was just joking around with her, playing with her. And speaking of Nicki Minaj, you know, if you know me, you know that I'm a very, 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 very big fan of Nicki Minaj. I even made a video one time about Nicki Minaj. I mean, I was just obsessed with the woman. I really like her music. I really think that she is, if not the best female rapper. I mean, I couldn't say that somebody else is a better female rapper than her right now that's really popping. I mean, I know a lot of female rappers. Personally, I know some. And, some of them may not be as famous, but they are jamming. And I could say some of the rappers that are known that I do know that you all know, I can't put any one of them over her and say that, okay, she's better than Nicki Minaj. No, when it comes to lyrical content, versatility, um, and the overall aesthetics of the artist and the way she is, her personality, the way she looks, everything about it. She just like the full package. Nicki Minaj is just she has to be number one. If she's not number one, then I mean, tell me who, because I don't know who. Because I've been listening to female rappers for a very long time, and I don't know one that's better than Nicki Minaj. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see if our guest Reg. We got a guest coming in, and his name is Reg. We're gonna talk to him, but I don't know if anybody that can touch Nicki Minaj, man. She's just awesome. She just got that vibe. She just got that it factor about her that just puts her, miles above the rest. So if it's any female rapper out there listening to me and you want to be hot and you want to be on top and you want to put yourself on that level, the only thing you need to do is you need to put your music and your vibe and your style and everything you got, you need to put it up to Nicki Minaj. And you need to rise to that level. Because that's the level that guys say is in that range, and the women say is in that range, you know. Now, I would say it's another female rapper that is, as far as personality and style and grit and lyrics and just making hit songs and knows what she's doing, hands down, I'm gonna give that to Glorilla. Glorilla is a beast. She a beast when it comes to lyrics. She got the look. She got a real good look. She's not trying to be like a Nicki Minaj. She's not trying to be like anybody. And that's why I like her so much. You know what I mean? She got a lot of style with her and she got a lot of class with her, you know. And it's a lot of female rappers that got they just really got it. You know what I mean? But those two right there, I would put in my top five, right? Now, now when it comes to lyrics though, I can't count out Lotto. Lotto has really good lyrics. Now, where Lotto falls short for me as a man, where Lotto falls short is in personality, right? She doesn't really give off the approachable type of feeling with her music. I don't know. That's just my opinion, but a lot of people may feel otherwise. Now, of course, we gotta put Megan Thee Stallion in there, right? If we talking top five, we gotta put Megan Thee Stallion in there, right? And of course, we gotta put Cardi B in there. Okay. So that's what I say my top five would be. You know, in terms of lyrics, we gonna judge it on lyrics, style, and aesthetics, the look. And it's something how for female rappers, we 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 even measuring looks and aesthetics for female rappers. I don't know if we do that for male rappers. I don't know if anybody does that. You know what I mean? Um, but that's just how it is for female rappers because I think it's based on a lot of times when they rap, they twerking, they dancing, and they doing all these different things. So it makes you look at their looks, right? So you start looking at their looks, you weigh it in because that's what they're doing, you know? Um, but it's a lot of rappers out there, that's female rappers that are really jamming and that really have good music. So, you know, I just tell anybody, you wanna you don't want to compare yourself to anybody, but you do want to measure what you're doing with other people that are in the top spaces, right? So, you know, I know with this day and age, it's a lot of artists, it's a new wave of artists that's out. And these artists are mainly coming from a standpoint of we got everything now. We can put out our own music now. We can mix our own music now. We can master, we can do our own beats, or we can get beats off YouTube. It's so easy as far as like the barrier to entry for rap music, a music period, that it's like everybody can do it. Anybody can do it. So, with that being said, that brings forth a generation of artists that may not know how to mix music, may not know how to master, may not know how to record themselves, but they're learning. So a very amateur sound came forward, and that is the sound. Like that is the sound. You know, you may hear pops and snaps and crackles, and you may hear that the voice is too high or this is too low, but that doesn't stop them. And I think that more of my generation have to accept that, hey, this is the way music is going. This is the way it is. So these artists, they have a raw feeling to themselves. It's raw. It's a real uh raw feeling, a real raw style. And then uh with that raw style, it's like, hey, it's raw. Are you ready for it? I'm coming and I'm giving it to you just like I got it. And it sounds good to them. And because it sounds good to them, it sounds good to their friends and they share it. And the next thing you know, a lot of people do it. Listen, if you listen to my music 5 or 10 years ago when I was recording myself, it wasn't sounding at its best either, because I was learning how to record. I was learning how to mix, learning how to master. So, but that's not gonna stop me from putting the music out because you gotta figure it out. And so the one thing I would advise any artist to do is go further than just listening to YouTube tutorials. You should buy like courses on places like Squarespace. Um, Sometimes you can find a paid course, may not be that much, on YouTube and buy that course. So you can learn from somebody who has a skill and they know how to do it. They know what they're doing. And that's gonna help you when you do that. When you get that information from somebody who's already been doing it, you're gonna be better. You're gonna be better at what you're doing because you're getting that information. You know what I mean? You're getting that information from from somebody who knows what they're doing. And then you can go forward faster and you have more quality faster. But until then, I accept the fact that that is the sound. That's the sound. And that's how it is. So we just, we deal with that and we listen to it because hey, we support other artists. We support independent artists. I personally think that music needs to go back to CDs. I remember when I used to see a commercial on television telling me that my favorite artist has a new album coming out on such and such date. I could not wait to go to Sam Goody to listen on the headphones and buy the CD. I couldn't wait. You couldn't wait to get the CD. I remember when All Eyes on Me came out on CD. It was a double CD. I went to get that so fast. Back then, you didn't care what it cost. You didn't care what it cost. I went to go get that All Eyes on Me CD. I gotta hear this. And you go through every song, you read through the whole album cover, you looking at the pictures, you you all just engulfed in the music from a CD. Now Oh, you go stream it. And it's just you listen to it and the feeling is really gone. It's really gone. It's no it's no excitement like it used to be. It used to be excitement when you listen to that CD. When you got that CD, man, it was excitement. It was pandemonium because you felt it. Because you couldn't wait to put it in, you know? So I personally think we need to go back to CDs because when you really look at the history of it, and you can see that well, they had records, and they went from records, and maybe they had 8 tracks before that. I don't know. But look like we got our guest coming in, our special guest coming in, Reg. We're gonna wait on him. But yeah, we had lots of different things going on. How you doing, Reg? We got Reg in the
Hey,
building.
hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. How you doing,
I
man?
I had Zoom issues. I do apologize on my behalf.
Oh well, it's all good, man. I guess you right on time, man. Is I was sitting here right now. I'm just talking to the audience, and I was just letting them know the different things, and I was talking about music and how things was going and stuff. You know, let me ask you this: what's your top five female rappers?
Of all time.
Well, I'll just say of today.
Ooh, let me think. I gotta think about this one. Okay, so
Uh,
Megan Thee Stallion.
okay. Now, are these in order of from the best to the least best? Like is Megan Thee Stallion your number one? Like she's the number one, and then you going, or you just name them in random order?
I'm honestly just naming them in random order because it's
Yeah.
like few female rappers I definitely like in this day and age though. So I have to
Okay.
like remember who some of them are and shoot. But
Well, put them in order. Put them in order like the top five, like the number one being the best, and then
okay,
go on down. Yeah.
okay, no problem. So my number one is actually gonna be Rhapsody. I
Rhapsody.
always been a
Okay.
huge fan of Rhapsody. Shout out to Rap, by the way. Very dope person.
Yeah.
Um, Number two, Megan Thee Stallion. Definitely love a lot of Megan stuff. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely doing a thing out here.
Yeah.
Um, Number three, Underground Cat, Amani Caesar from Griselda. Definitely loves puss and work. Very underrated in this day and age. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Um, Number four, Smell the Product. Definitely love her style. Definitely one of the more
Okay.
lyrical female rappers in this day and age.
Yeah.
And my number five, I'm gonna have to go with Doja Cat. You know, I just like how creative her
Yeah.
music goes and everything. I like the direction. Her visionary is so immaculate and everything like that. So I definitely have to go with those top five on top of my head.
Oh, that's cool. It's funny how you say Doja Cat. Doja Cat is one of my favorite artists, and for some reason, when I think about female rappers, I don't really think of her just like a female rapper. But I know she can rap. But I always think of her like a pop star. But she's really bigger than just any one thing. You know what I mean? She's
Right,
To me, she's like a just overall star. She's just a star, you know what I mean? Like she just really got that it factor. So I don't know why I don't really think of her as like when I just think of female rappers though. I just never put her, I don't even picture her. You know what I mean? Now if I'm just talking about rappers, but if I talk about pop stars, then I start to picture her for some reason,
right.
you know?
And, and I feel like it's because like it's the same thing with like Missy Elliott, and I've heard people say that about Missy Elliott too, because you know
Uh,
she does a lot of these pop hip hop ordeals, but at the same time she can really spit. She produced for a lot of your favorite artists as well too. So artistically, I feel like they are pretty much neck to neck in my personal opinion.
Yeah, yeah, that's something. But yeah, so so how your day been going so far, man?
My day's actually been going very well so far. I was working. I got out at 7 in the morning. Came back home, made a dope ass beat. Oh, I can't curse. Can I curse or?
Well, light cussing, you
Okay.
good, you good. Mm.
Uh, I made a dope beat and everything like that too. I might record on that later on tonight. Just if the
Uh,
inspiration is there, just taking it easy day by day.
oh, okay, okay. So when did you start doing music?
Man, actually started doing music when I was literally in high school, teenager. It all started with just me writing poetry, and then that evolved into just me learning more about hip hop, like listening to a lot of my favorite rappers like Tupac, Ice Cube,
Yeah,
Biggie, Jay-Z, so on and so on. So I decided to make it into my own music, just started working on my craft. I bought my own recording software and everything like that, and also, just did my own thing to put myself out there.
yeah, yeah. Cause I listened to it and it reminded me, and I was telling the audience this that you know it's a new wave of artists that has been birthed out of us being able to just do everything ourselves now, have our own recording, mixing, and mastering. And so, because of that, it's a this new wave of artists. We're learning as we go, and then we put it out, and sometimes it may not stand as in terms of the mixing and the mastering, it may not stand up against some of the mainstream artists, but the heart is there, and the wave is there, um because I've been doing music since I was 9 years old, and if I would have put out some of the music that I did like when I was 14 years old, I'd be like, oh no, I don't want to put that out. You know what I mean?
Right,
But as time goes on, you grow and then it gets better. But in this day and age, it's like you can actually watch the artist grow, you know? And that's what I
right,
think with people like you, people are actually they get to watch your transformation that you may not even see yourself, but you know, once it get once it get around 15 years from now, 10 years from now, then you will be able to see it yourself because all you got to do is look back because we got this social media, you know.
exactly.
So by being able to grow with your fans like that and having this new wave and all this technology and being able to reach people all over the world, how does that impact you when you're making your music?
I would have to say it all starts off with just progressively how I'm able to just make myself better progressively when it comes to like the mixing and the rhyming and the production and everything like that, because I've noticed that when it comes to like a lot of indie artists, a lot of indie artists don't always get like the financial backing from, of course, like the major corporations and the major record label.
Mhm.
So a lot of this stuff, like a lot of these indie artists are doing, most of them are just either doing it themselves or at the same time too, they would just rely on their own personal team and everything like that too, their own personal production and everything. Or sometimes, I hate to say it, they might just get some random beats from YouTube and everything like that too. And it's like, okay, well, I heard that certain beat before. I heard that certain beat before in the past and everything like that too. So
Mhm.
those kind of things, it's kind of hard to really pinpoint and excuse me, pinpoint the exact style and everything like that too, because a
Right.
lot of these indie artists sometimes they definitely want the mainstream attention. So they might have like their first couple projects to their own stuff like that too. But then once they want to get that mainstream attention, they might want to do what somebody else is doing and everything like that too. Which, not no judgment there. You gotta do what you gotta do to make yourself survive. But at the same time, it's just all about what's really authentic, what's really real in this day and age. And I
Yeah.
feel like, and I don't really mean to toot my own horn, but I feel like everything I spit and everything I do is always based on the real. especially reality in myself and just reality in my spirit and my focus.
Yeah, yeah, that's good, man. And I could see that too with you. You like I was looking at some of your videos, and a lot of your videos would seem real intimate. It would seem like like one video the girl was in there and I really felt like, oh, this must be his real girlfriend. Like
Oh, no.
she seemed, that's how it felt. It felt like, okay, I got this my real girl right here, and I got, you know, hey, this is I got my partner. He's on the camera or she's on the camera, and we doing this video, and it's live. We having fun. And that's how it felt. It felt like really fun, and that's what I'm noticing. I'm noticing this is becoming like a new genre or something, to
Mm,
where I don't know if a lot of people even recognize it or even notice it, that hey, this is the new thing now. Because I come from an era when we saw a video, it had to be on BET or MTV. That was how we saw videos,
right. You'll be
you
lucky
know.
if it gets to VH1.
Right. And every time you saw a video in that way, no matter how they shot the video, it's gonna seem like a big production because it's on BET. You
Mhm.
see what I'm saying? Or it's on MTV or whatever network. So what I'm noticing is by the videos being, it's like everybody, they hear about your music, then they go to YouTube or they see a clip on Shorts or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and then it just feels more intimate and it feels more. It's like everything is like right more in your face. You know what I mean?
Right.
It always feels like you seem really approachable. If it felt like, oh, this guy, he's down the street. I can go talk to him, you know? And that's how it's starting to feel. Everything is starting to feel like, hey, that's my homeboy. Or that's it because if I wanted to, if I didn't know you, right? If I wanted to, I could just, oh, I look at the video. Oh, I'm going to Instagram or TikTok and I'm gonna go and talk to him. And that's how it feels. Like, oh, I can go follow him on Instagram and then I can say some things to him. And I just saw this artist on YouTube. You know what I mean? Do
Right.
you have, do you ever have to answer a lot of messages? Do you do any type of things with the people that like your music? Does it get overwhelming at times?
Well, yeah, I do apply to a lot of messages here and there. I mean, sometimes,
Mm,
with the messages that I've received, I've gotten a lot of fan feedback saying, "Oh, well, I love what you're doing. Keep doing your thing." But at the same time, too, it's just like there's always that one person that just always wants to make a profit out of you. Whenever they see somebody else doing good, it's like, I'm like, "Oh, well, you could just give me the rights to such and such," and I'm just like, nah, nah, nah. I was like, I've seen a
yeah.
lot of people get sidetracked, and I've seen a lot of people also get their career sidelined because of the fact that, let's just say that they gave away their publishing. Let's just say that they lost the artistic focus and they signed like a bad 360 deal and everything like that too, because people automatically think, oh, just because you're making music, that means you rich. That means you making a lot of bread. You're making a lot of dough. But at the same time, it's just like, yeah, you making some dough and everything like that too. By the end of the day, you're gonna need something else to back it up. You need something else to back it up because sometimes I've heard many people say a certain artist has a 5 year lifespan if they don't know what the hell they're doing or if they have too many yes men in their crew. And
Mm,
I've seen a lot of artists be popular for like 1 year, lose popularity for another year, and then the next year they're either in reality TV or doing something not music related and stuff like that too. And then certain artists we might wait for another album or another project or another mixtape or something, but they just heart is not in it no more because people have like to suck out suck out the genius, suck out the authenticity, suck out the creativity out of a particular artist, you know?
Yeah, that's something. And
And it's sad.
yeah, it is. And I think too, with the way things are going by everything being like they are,
Hmm.
I think that it makes an artist underestimate their worth and their value because they really don't all the time you really don't understand. Like say for instance, you put out a song and you get 10,000 views, and then you don't know that okay, you got 1,000 of those views in let's say where I live in Houston, Texas, right? You got a
Hmm.
1,000 views. Well, you might not think, oh well, that's 1,000 views. You know what I'm gonna do with 1,000 views in Houston and 1,000 views here and there. But but then if you come to that place, just say you go to that place and you do a show in that place, and you advertising that hey, I'm gonna be in this place, and now a lot of people seeing that okay, this person gonna be in this place. Who is this? Oh, this Reg. Okay, let me check them out, and then they go look at your video, and then they decide if they want to go to the show. They may buy a ticket, they may not, but you get a lot of people buy a ticket. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then they
That's
come to the show, but it's hard because it's like, okay, but if I throw my own shows, then I mean I got to put up my own money, and then a lot of times people only get the tickets for the show maybe the day of the show. So
exactly.
it's really scary to put yourself out there like that and spend money. It's kind of scary, for a lot of people. You know what I mean? It would be scary
Right.
for me, you know. So do you ever find that sometimes you underestimate your fame or think about like, okay, I got so many followers and views here on this platform and then on that platform and this platform, and then have you ever added them all up together and then just kind of see where you stand and be like, okay, I probably could do a show in this spot or that spot.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I definitely like to find out like where a lot of my fan base is coming from. You know,
Mhm.
try to find ways to definitely capitalize on how I can make myself popping because sometimes he might be like, oh well, I only got 500 or only got 1K views while such and such person is up to like 3K. Well, you gotta understand this, 1,000 people will tune into your music or your video or whatever.
Mhm.
They could they could mess with you, but they can't mess with you. By the end of the day, you're the one that's getting notoriety. You're the one that's being promoted on these Google ads and everything like that too, because they're gonna look at your style, they're gonna look at everything and be like, hey, let me check this guy out, let me check this girl out, and everything like that too, you know what I'm saying? And it's just all about giving back to the fans what they give the fans what they want. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do a show, if you want to do a podcast, if you want to do whatever, capitalize on that location. By all means, do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, if
Mhm.
you're surprised that you performing at a show and there's like 20 people there, them 20 people were there for you since the beginning of your career. Those 20 people were there from you when you were just a SoundCloud rapper or some stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so that's the difference because they grew with you from the start, and those people keep connecting, you know. So
Right.
so really an artist can just really, if you got 1,000 people that's really like cutting for you like that, to where really more than that, but even if you just had 1,000 people per month buying something for as little as $5, that's $5,000 a month,
Exactly.
you know. And then that, I mean, that's really good for an artist. A lot of artists think, oh well, I'm gonna be this big star, I'm making 50,000 a week. Some of that stuff is, and then if you sign those record deals, it pretty much all of your freedom is pretty much gone in a lot of ways. But for some reason, if some artists want to sign a record deal, maybe it may be better for them if they feel like it's gonna be beneficial. Did you ever feel like you wanted to be independent and stay independent, or you ever thought about you want to sign a deal, or which one did you want to go down?
To be perfectly honest, I definitely would love to stay independent for a good amount of time, just for my personal self to understand how the music business works, to understand, what it's like to find distribution. Because if I went independent, I'll definitely have to find a distribution, not just because people always want to say, "Oh, well, I want to sign to a record label." Be careful what you wish for, because a
Yeah.
lot of these labels these days, them 360 deals, ooh, buddy. And I don't understand how a lot of people are still relying on those deals, like, because your money is going to go three different ways, and then you're going to be wondering, I never seen a check from this certain label. I never seen a check. Maybe I should do more ignorant music to get money. And you don't want that mentality. It's all about knowing the game and everything. Because a lot of my favorite rappers, they started independent, like Buckshot Shorty from the Boot Camp Click and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Boot Camp was independent, because y'all remember when they were on Nervous Records. Nervous Records scammed them when they came to that
Oh.
first album. So that's when they formed Boot Camp Click. They added the Smith and Wessons, the Helter Skelters, the original Gun Clappers, and all them cats and stuff like that too. Which I'm a huge Boot Camp fan and everything like that
Oh.
too. So it's just all about a learning progress. Because I've been to situations where people would ask me, "Oh, I want if in order to get this deal, you're gonna have to sign away all your publishing." I was like, "F that! I'm not doing that because if you sign away your masters, sign away your publishing, you're signing away your soul in a
Right.
way. You're signing away your soul. These people are going to use your music for any kind of way, and then they want you to make a certain song like this, a certain song like that. Let's just say you have a big song. They want us to, well, can you do that again? People don't want to hear that introspective, serious stuff. They want to have fun. Sometimes you don't want to do music to have fun. You want to do music for your own soul, your own heart, to see where it's coming from. And that's
Yeah.
why I feel like, oh, I don't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, go ahead. That's why go what you say now?
And that's why I've always felt like that when it comes to the music industry, because I watch shows like Unsung. I watch shows like Behind the Music. Sometimes I've seen the same episode 5 times over and over and over again, just to have a clear analysis and a clear recollection about what they did wrong, what can I do to avoid this, and everything like that too. And I'm not just doing that just to be a cocky a-hole or nothing like that too. But at the same time, it's just you got to
Yeah.
have knowledge within yourself before you actually perpetrate your skills and your love for everything, if that makes sense. Because it's all about knowledge and it's all about research.
Yeah, yeah. That's good,
Mhm.
man. That's good, man. I'm pretty sure my audience appreciate that. We're gonna get into some of your music, man, and play some of your songs for people and let them
Okay,
feel the vibe on the radio show. We're gonna put this gonna be on YouTube. We're gonna put it everywhere we can put it,
hey,
man, and
I'll
spread
share it
it
on my
out.
social medias. You know how I do, man. You always want to share it and everything.
Yeah, man. So, I'm glad I got a chance to talk to you and just really find out about you and what makes you tick with music, man, so people can understand who you are, Reg. So,
Thank you
tell the
so much for
people
having me.
where they can find you at. Tell them where they can find you at.
Absolutely. So y'all can find me on Instagram at Red Central. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter, or excuse me, X, formerly known as Twitter, at RealReg1, because this is Elon Musk's Twitter now and
Yeah.
everything like that. So you know what I'm saying? Y'all can also find me on YouTube. Type in my name, Reg, come up as Reg Reviews. I'll be doing podcasts. I'll be also promoting my music as there too. So y'all can find me on 3 platforms as well. So let's make this happen. Let's go.
Yeah, man. So this smoking wine, and we done with the wine show. And look, I'm gonna tell you, if you're mad, I just want to make you cry. Hey, this how I go, man. We gonna do the
Exactly.
real thing out here in H Town and all over the world. So y'all go check my boy Reg out. And I'm gonna put his links underneath. Y'all click on the links. It ain't too hard. All you gotta do is click on some links. And you can see what I'm talking about this new wave of talent that's coming through, that's grinding. And that way you can get with somebody and you can be with an artist when they one place and then you gonna see them again, they in a whole nother stratosphere. And you can follow them all the way to the end. So that's how it is, baby. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, it was good talking to you, bro. You a real
Thank you so
dude.
much for having me too, man. I love this podcast. I love this interview and everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Hey, we doing it now, boy.
We
It's
doing
been
it, man.
it's been a happen now, boy. Hey, we on that level.
Amen. All right, already.
Yeah. All right.